You know what? I'll be back in a second. I'm here, but I want to just do one thing and talk about Squad for a second and the changes.
All good, dude. All good.
Right, I'll be back in a second. So let me just I'm gonna post this on YouTube. I wanna have my second channel just be a channel for everything. So what happened is, Squad, amazing game, based on Project Reality. If you've never played Project Reality, even better game. Has more stuff in it, but also it's a mod for Battlefield 2, which is not current. It doesn't look good, honestly. But then Squad 4.2 emotes and future monetization in Squad. So Offworld Industries, that are the makers, the developers, and I don't know if they're the publishers, but they got a new CEO, and it's a guy that comes from mobile games, and he wants to sell emotes like it's fucking Overwatch, which is a good game, but it's not Squad. He wants to sell emotes like it's fucking Fortnite, and it's so stupid. So emotes are totally optional feature in Squad. If you do not feel like buying additional emotes, you do not have to. And your playing experience will be no different than it is now without emotes. This is not gonna work, honestly, because you know that there's gonna be emotes that are gonna hide you, conceal you. Maybe it's not gonna be intentional, right? But also, if you take a look at Overwatch, it's a free-to-play game currently, and then you buy emotes, you buy skins, and all of that. And this game, Squad, is not a free-to-play game. You buy it for $45, $50, or whatever, and then on top of that, they ask you for buying emotes if you want to, of course. And then in Overwatch, again, you have a few emotes for the Junkrat and stuff like that, where he lays down, he chills out, but you can use that emote to lie down inside the walls, to lie down inside bushes, so you can't be seen, and then you contest. I stopped playing Battlefield when the CEO or whatever said I shouldn't buy it. yeah, exactly. So you would contest the point, even though the enemy can't see you because you're lying down, because it's an emote that you can buy. Now you can buy it before you would get it in a box. But so here's a question for the new CEO. Did he take a look at Squad's Kickstarter? And I'm just gonna scroll down, and I'm saying again, I love the game. I want it to be better. But if you click on vehicles, it takes you all the way down, and then you get fire support, transportation, resupply, blah blah blah, and then MTLBs and all of that, the shit that we got in Project Reality. And then you have ground-based vehicles, most of which we got. They were super delayed. They were postponed a couple of times, but I guess they're there. They're working. And then we have air vehicles, scout helicopters. We don't have those. Transport helicopters, we have those. Attack helicopters, we got those by accident because they, for some reason, they got us the Huey with the missile pods. We got a Huey by accident. It doesn't really work, but I guess it works. But it's not giving us attack helicopters, honestly. And the game, the Kickstarter, where is it? The Kickstarter is from 2015. It's 2023 now. Do we have close air support bombers? We don't. Do we have air superiority fighters? We don't. And there were a bunch of other stuff. Is this Star Citizen Army FPS? Yes, basically. It started on Kickstarter. It started the same way, and the same kind of delays and all of that, and honestly even worse, and I'll tell you why in a second. So Offworld Industries told us that we're gonna have Black Hawks, and they're in the game right now, and you will be able to rope from the Black Hawks down. You can't, you can only land, and then people can hold F and they're gonna spawn outside. That's a bummer, but at least we get the main thing, which is the Black Hawk. But where are the attack helicopters? And if you take a look at Project Reality and the CAS in Project Reality, it's a Battlefield 2 mod. And it is an amazing experience because your pilots would be constantly talking to the... What is this? I didn't see which map this was, but the pilot will be constantly talking to the whole team and trying to communicate where to strike next, where the enemy AA is, and all of that. Oh, this is the Dark Sands or whatever it's called, Burning Sands maybe, and it is an amazing experience. So this is the view from the co-pilot. Did you see the A10? This one is pilot controlled. We don't have that in squad, even though it was promised. This is the Abrams that's on the other team, I guess.
Further that way.
Maybe not, but it's also player controlled. And here is why they're worse than CAG and Star Citizen. There was, or there still is, I'm gonna try to find that link. I know that I sent it to Midjourney. So Blue Drake 42 was a Project Reality streamer and YouTuber that hopped onto the bandwagon of Squad. Like, he was like the first one. Once the mod team from Project Reality started Squad and started the Kickstarter and all of that, he promoted the shit out of that game. He was trying to push it like further than they wanted to push it. Like he was like 100% into that game. He would make videos almost like 3 days a week on Squad and on the progress and all that. But he was constantly saying, he was being truthful, he was being honest. He was constantly saying that, yeah, I'm not sure that they're gonna meet the dates that they set themselves for like releasing the first armored vehicles, for releasing whatever. And he was right. Every fucking time. And he was getting views, his channel was growing, like he currently has like 700,000, but back then he maybe had like 25 to 50,000 subscribers. But he was getting views, and he was getting more views than he would because he was promoting Squad, like more than he had subscribers, right? And he was basically the main media outlet for Squad, for most of us. And what they did is that they became super toxic towards him. They started like banning him from conversations. I don't remember if they banned him from the forums, but they became super fucking toxic. And yeah, I'm gonna try Harsh Doorstop once he releases it. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. And then he was just like, no, I'm not gonna do any more Squad videos. Fuck you guys. Like you were like assholes towards me. He was not being like, it was not like bad marketing. Like CAG towards me, CAG never reached out to me, so I can't say anything. The only thing that I can say that like on Spectrum they mostly ignore me. Like if I make a post from a second account, they're not gonna ignore me, but on my main account, they're gonna ignore me or issue a warning. But other than that, they are okay towards me. So that's why I'm saying that like Offworld, as a company, they really need to like get themselves in check. All of this that I'm like talking about now, like with Blue Drake and all that happened a long time ago. That was like 2017, 2018 or whatever. But this now with emotes, and I guess we're gonna get sprites and we're gonna get shit, like it's just like stupid. I understand that they got a new CEO, but somebody needs to tell them like, no dude, no, give us this first. Do what you told us that you will do on Kickstarter, because this is still not out. We already have like we have mods for 4 years now that have like attack helicopters, mods, but the game itself does not have gas choppers or gas planes. And on top of that, I can tell you that I remember a promise that we will have like a breacher role like we had in Project Reality. And in Project Reality, I don't know if I can actually find it. There we go, breacher. Watch this. He has a main weapon that's like an M4, whatever.
Breacher or
It depends on the country. But then he has a shotgun. A shotgun was used for a couple of things. Now this happened in Battlefield 2. You got a grappling hook, and this is a fucking mod.
This will throw a rope. Get on the rope.
Made by the same people that started working on Squad 42, on Squad, Jesus Christ, my mind, on Squad, and then they left because they were just not, they didn't like the place, they didn't like off-world industries. So in Battlefield 2, you could throw a rope that looks like shit,
Simply press E.
and then press E on it and go on top of whatever, wherever you want to. And that was a thing that was promised for Squad also. But instead, we got something completely different. The squad leader can place a ladder that you gotta like dig up, and it's a ladder, and that's it. And it doesn't go to like the 5th floor like the Breacher role could in Project Reality. And they got a bunch of maps and a bunch of assets from Project Reality, just updated the looks. I'm probably gonna show you in the game, like you have like the T buildings and all of that. They're taken from Project Reality. Did they pay anyone for that? I don't think so. So, yeah, it's a really... I mean, all companies are gonna be a bit scummy, I guess. But this shit does not fly. And this shit could potentially kill Squad. People are gonna buy this, you know that. And if they are in any way pay to win, or if the emotes are just stupid, then it could kill Squad. So that's what I wanted to say. You're right, a lot of companies are scummy, but it feels like this game and Star Citizen really seems to lead on its space. Dude, like all companies, look at Blizzard. They released fucking Overwatch 2, and what they did is like, you pay for a skin for 20 bucks. I have most of the skins from Overwatch 1. I got it by playing the game, and if you want to unlock the 20 buck skin for a hero, not for all the heroes, but for a hero, it's gonna take you like, what was it, like 300 years or something like that. It was just like a stupid fucking amount of days to unlock a skin. So you gotta buy it, and it's 20 bucks if you want it. And then you have emotes and all of that are like also 10 to 20 bucks. And then you have, the weirdest thing is, if you want to get a bundle, the bundle is again 20 bucks. But then on top of the, when there's a bundle on sale, you get the skin and some emotes and some sprites and some like whatever, and sprays. I'm calling them sprites for some reason. Sprays, and that's it. So it's stupid.